Hello, I am Dwayne, and I'm making another video. For today's video, I've had some other stuff planned for today, but given the really big time crunch, this is kind of what I'm going to have to do. This is just going to be an uncut Q&A, and I have a list of questions here that are just going to be, some stuff that will help people get to know me. I did have a gameplay plan, but the recording went kind of crazy, the microphone wasn't working properly, so here we go. Number one, what inspired you to start this YouTube channel? Honestly, I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel. I had one whenever I was a kid, but it was really, not great. But it was pretty bad. So because of that, obviously, I decided, what I would do? I would make a brand new channel. I would really put myself out there, really engage in it, really try out new content. So yeah. Number two, what kind of content do you want to be known for? Honestly, I want to be known for everything. I want to be known as the person who one week does 3D printing, the next week does gaming, the next week photography, and it's just an always changing thing. Or it's something that people feel like they can just reach out and say, hey, I would love to see you do this, or I'd love to see you try this out, or go eat at this place, do us a show us a daily vlog, stuff like that. And I would love to do that. What's something random you're really passionate about? Something completely random would be 3D printing. I'm really passionate about 3D printing. Sorry for the few cuts that happened. I've had some issues with my air conditioner and stuff, but next. What's your dream collaboration on YouTube? Honestly, Sturniolo triplets, Stephanie Sue, who else? Honestly, anybody that's bigger. Obviously, I don't want them to be, I want them to be actually in good heart and everything. Dashy would be sick. That'd be really cool to do a video with him. So yeah. What's one hobby or interest you have that surprises people? Photography and 3D printing. If you could master any skill instantly, what would it be? If I could master any skill instantly, honestly, I think I would want to be a master at editing. What kind of videos do you love watching in my free time? Honestly, I watch a ton of stuff. Mostly mukbangs. I watch a lot of mukbangs, especially whenever I'm eating. I watch a lot of reaction videos. And sometimes I watch gaming videos. Do you have any hidden talents or party tricks? Yes, I do. Give me one moment. Had to set the phone down, but yep, that is my trick. I'll leave the phone like this for now. What's one thing you absolutely can't live without besides my phone? I'm gonna go besides my phone and besides Samantha, which is my girlfriend. Internet, huge. Do you prefer planning things or going with the flow? Honestly, a little bit of both. I'm more of a planner, but I kind of have I don't give a shit attitude, so whatever happens, happens. What's your go-to comfort movie, show, or game? I don't really care for movies too much. Show is Psych. The show Psych. That is my favorite show of all time. That and The Office. And for a game, Rocket League or Minecraft. What's your biggest pet peeve when watching YouTube videos? Bad audio quality, or when one part of the video is really loud and then the next part of the video is really quiet. It's like a back and forth thing. If someone made a movie about your life, what genre would it be? Probably comedy and drama. Dramatic comedy. What's one thing your subscribers would never guess about you? That I am learning to skateboard on top of everything that I've done, which that's not really something I guess. That I don't even know. That's something you guys would have to let me know. What's your setup like when you're recording or editing? I will have to do a setup tour at some point, but when I'm gaming, I have a ultra wide monitor and I have a smaller monitor that's rotated like long ways. But yeah, that's pretty much how that is for the most part. What's something you've always wanted to try but haven't yet? Authentic sushi. Any kind of like authentic food. Like a Korean style dish maybe, or I'd say probably something to do with what is it called? Something from like a European place, like maybe Italy or something. I know that's but something like that. If your channel blew up overnight, what's the first thing you do? Depending on what that means, if my channel were to blow up, it would only be because of the viewers. It would have nothing to do with me. Sure, there's a certain part of that, but it would mostly be from the viewers. So I would have a sit-down video, and I would probably do a live stream and have a bunch of people join in and just have like a full-on thing where I meet a bunch of you guys and stuff. Maybe like over Discord or something. Or I would make a video of like, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys, what kind of style of video you want to do? A day in the life? You want a mukbang? And I might do a thing where I ask you guys some questions about me, just questions to ask me, and then we'll go do a mukbang. What motivates you to keep creating even when it's tough? Even if I never blow up and I never get followers, this is fun. This is my passion. This is fun for me. Sitting down in front of a camera and talking is fun to me. Gaming and recording, it's fun to me. Uploading and just having that thrill of like, how many views am I going to get today? Like, that's exciting and fun for me. So yeah, how do you hope your content makes people feel? Honestly, I hope people watch my content and say, this is really comforting for me to watch, and I like this person for them and not for all the flashy things that happens or might happen. Because at the end of the day, it's just me sitting in front of a camera talking. And I would love it if I had a ton of viewers. Not just for the money aspect of it, obviously that's a part of it. But I want people to be able to, if they're having a rough day, they see my video, they get excited, and then even for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes of that horrible day, they smile. And I caused that. I created that to happen. And I can take the focus away from like all the negative things that are currently happening in that person's life, in anyone's life. Because even in my life, whenever I sit down in front of the camera, in this brief moment, all of that stuff is out of the window. And I'm just focused on making the video and, being happy. And it's not a fake happy. I am genuinely happy to be making videos. What's your goal? What's one goal you have for this channel by the end of the year? Well, I've already hit my goal. I wanted to hit 100 subscribers. I've done that, and it feels amazing. So, I'm not going to say another 100 subscribers. The one goal that I have is that by the end of this year, I have made a total of 50 people comment on my videos and comment saying, I enjoyed this video. Like, I enjoyed seeing this. Please continue. Or like getting some kind of confirmation, like, please keep doing what you're doing. Because that would make me feel really good in knowing that I made someone else feel really good. So yeah. Let's scroll back up to the top because I have some weird questions. I'm going to do about 5 or 10 more questions. What's the weirdest thing you believed as a kid? That if I got sick in any way, any kind of sickness, I was a goner. Flat out, if I had any sickness whatsoever, I was dying. If you had to swap lives with one cartoon character for 24 hours, who would it be? Ben Tennyson from Ben 10, or Deku from My Hero, which isn't really it's more of like an anime. But what's one thing you absolutely refuse to share, no matter what? Nothing. I'll share whatever. I don't care. What's a conspiracy theory that you don't believe but kind of wish it was true? again, I kind of believe everything. Well, no, I don't believe everything. Everything that I wish was true, I believe in. So, I mean, there's nothing that's not really crazy. If you had to eat one food every day for the rest of your life, what would it be? Probably, if I was really having to say a food, I think I would say either chicken or something spicy, something with a lot of spice, because then it's kind of like adds layers to it. What's a trend you just don't get? Doing fast food pranks, like going through the fast food drive-through and then doing pranks to the people working there, because I think that's just kind of rude. It's not really. I get it's for content and stuff, and people like to watch it, but you know, it's for one, it can be embarrassing for the person in the drive-through, and you're not really asking permission. You're just kind of doing it and then driving off. It's just really rude. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? I would fight 100 horse-sized ducks because I'm pretty tall. I can just stomp my way around. What's the strangest DM or comment you've ever gotten? I've never really got anything strange like that. We're going to do 2 more. What's your go-to I'm bored activity when no one's watching? Usually YouTube. Either YouTube, eat, or watch Twitch. I don't even watch Twitch anymore, actually. Scroll on TikTok, probably. If your life had a theme song that played every time you entered a room, what would it be? It would just be white noise. It'd just be static. And in the static, there would be random blips of color, because I'm very random in just how I am behaviorally. So naturally, like, 1 minute I can be doing something and my brain just flips, and then I'm doing something completely different or thinking something completely different, and I can come up with random things like that, and my brain's just always like a big blob of white noise with like colors and random stuff flying out of it. Last one. Have you ever had a random idea at 3 a.m. that actually turned out to be genius? Yes, but I forgot it. I know for a fact there was one time I had this thought. I was like, oh, I should, tomorrow I'm going to do this. And I even literally calculated it out in my head before I fell asleep, like while I was laying in bed. And it on paper would have been amazing. And then I fell asleep. And once I fell asleep, I woke up and had no idea what I was thinking of last night. And I spent a good half the day trying to figure it out. But yeah, thank you for watching. That was just a few questions and stuff. Again, I was planning on doing a different video for today, but it's really tough getting my recording software and stuff to actually work properly. And I don't really have time to record content all that often anymore. I am out of college for summer, but I still have to go to work. So those days where I have off now, like starting this upcoming week, I'm going to be having more than just a few days off. So those days off are going to be dedicated for recording. So yeah, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, if you want to check out my TikTok, I will leave the link to my TikTok in what's in my bio, but I'll also link it in the description if I remember. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Good night.